96.1 The Beat, Ferrari Simmons.
You know BT.
Can we make some noise for Ralo real quick, please?
Welcome home.
Welcome home, sir.
I appreciate it.
I ain't want to do it, but I was finna wear my free Ralo flip-flops. I still got them at the crib.
Well, why you didn't do that?
I mean, you know, I just wanted to be kind of fresh today, bro.
Fuck that.
First and foremost, how you doing, man?
I'm doing cool. I'm all right. You know, I always wear my free Ralo hats and shit.
Facts.
Yeah.
Can we take it all the way back to the beginning?
Take it wherever you want to take it.
Where did Ralo say, you know what, I want to be a rapper? Out of all things, out of all options.
I mean, this is one of them things that every interview I speak upon, but it was the brother Young Scooter. He came.
Top Scooter.
You know, I was having another welcome home party.
Gotcha.
It was what I got out in 2014. I got out of state prison, and you know, I seen him. He had a chain on, and before I went in, he had a chain on. So I'm trying to figure out how the fuck he got that chain. So he took me to his show, and them motherfuckers was like going crazy. I can make cocaine.
He was free bands at the time, or was he?
I think he always
had his own.
pretty much been BMLBG. You know what I mean? Like him and Future still had that friendship, yeah. But when I went to the show, I'm like, if he can do that, you know, I can do it. You smell me? Because I did a lot of things around the neighborhood, you know, beforehand, and I had a lot of credibility. You know what I'm saying, for doing what I was doing. And I see him do it. I said, "Oh, that I gotta go do that."
Right.
You smell me? So
Now you was going up the road. What the hell you was coming back for? What was?
Oh, trafficking heroin.
Damn.
That dog food.
So that's what dog food really mean.
You ain't know that?
Allegedly.
I know that, but it's gonna be a lot of people on the internet that's gonna be like, "Oh, that's what that mean."
Yeah, that's what that mean.
Okay. So I know that it's difficult though when you're in the beginning of doing music and you got one foot in, one foot out. What made you focus on getting out of your, you know, street life and going straight music?
I think, you know, the houses kept getting busted for one. Every time I turn around, I'm having to bond a nigga out or pay ass to go get a nigga out. You know, shit was just narrowing down on me. You know what I mean? Like, the motherfuckers start, you know, catching on to my little tricks. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what made you want to really rap even more. As you said, man, I'm a rapper. I'm not this guy that y'all think I am.
Well, I fucked up and I kind of said, okay, I'm gonna just try to sell me some weed. And then I got caught on the plane with all the weed.
we gonna get there. We gonna get there. Cause I want to take it all the way to when I remember you made the news for going and just throwing ones up. Right. Remember, and you had homeless people just picking up ones, and people was like taking that as a negative. I never really thought of that as a negative. I don't even know. I'm dating myself, but this is when I was at V103.
Right.
I'm at a different radio station, and I remember talking to my boss at the time. I was like, "Yeah, I'm finna have this guy Ralo up here." He was like, "Nah, you can't have that guy." So I don't even know if I ever told you this. I got suspended for 2 weeks.
For real?
For interviewing you. And me and Swamp Izzo played, remember we played the record like 10 times.
Niggas taking charges for people, you know?
We call that a radio charge.
Yeah, he pimped the phase.
My boss said no, but I was like, nah, man, he really got something going on, you know what I'm saying? And I take chances, so that's what I do.
I really appreciate it.
Come
but
on,
you
man.
know, that will establish our relationship.
Fast.
That make it even more better. Tell your wife we brothers.
I will share something personal with y'all. So I was getting married.
Right.
And I was mad at you, bro.
You mad at me?
Because you weren't here. You was locked up.
Right.
You sent me that prayer, you know what I'm saying? And it brought tears to my eyes because I was like, damn, my boy not here with me. But I knew you would be there.
Right.
Because I feel like our feelings for each other, is like past music.
Right.
Like I actually hang out with you, vice versa, you know what I'm saying? So I was very mad for a second, but, you know, I just knew, I was like, damn, you know, Trouble was there.
Right.
And then, but Lucci couldn't come because Lucci was locked up.
Right.
And I just wanted to share something that this is just my opinion. I don't know how you're gonna take it. I just wish that you were out because I think a lot of the things that happened in Atlanta wouldn't have happened if you were out because you Ralo and you wouldn't have let some of that shit happen.
Correct.
Do you agree?
I think that before I went in, we had live meditate, my meditate, that pill, Spinnerella. And those are the platforms we used to actually have to pay to use.
Facts.
We used to have to pay to put our video on World Star. You smell me? But when Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, and all these different platforms start streaming music real heavy, and PPP hit, these niggas getting a little money.
Right about that.
And once they got a little money, they started feeling like, okay, I could be a Ralo too. You smell me? And when you in the streets and you already done been to the Department of Corrections or you been to different yards and shit, you know what that shit come with. And some of these individuals that have fallen out, they ain't know what that shit come from. They ain't know what they weren't prepared for what's going on. Now you smell me? And that shit is a lot. And you start to see niggas point fingers, you start to see niggas bring the whole ship down due to, that shit get scary now. You smell me? Been in there for the rest of your life, or been in there for a long period of your life. You smell me? Like, I don't think, people that haven't been in a cell 24 hours for months. It's a different from going to county jail or going to prison and being out. But, people of status, they end up having to be in one cell in one box, and that shit really, I don't care what kind of nigga you is, that shit'll fuck you up. Like, whether you're a pedophile, whether you're a killer, whether you're a drug dealer, no, that shit is inhumane. You smell me? So, like, I don't think none of us can handle that shit. You smell me? Like, that shit'll fuck you up to the point where, like, I seen more bosses come out, that motherfucker working in the book library now, and they don't even hear when you talking to them because they still hearing shit from their cell. You smell me? So, like, look at Larry Bernard Hoover. He been up on that ground for us. He been on that ground before I was born. You smell me? And these people are just being traumatized from that shit. You smell me? And I don't think these individuals knew what they were signing up for.
So, question I want to ask you, what was the biggest lesson that you learned this time coming out?
I think my biggest lesson learned this time is you don't do it for the people, do it for God. You smell me? Like, because you find yourself, at first I used to be doing shit for my people, for them. You smell me? When you doing it for God, you don't look for nothing in return. You smell me? And if you looking for something in return from these people, they ain't gonna pay you. You smell me? Whether it's out of love, whether it's, a financial payment or anything. Like, some people pay, some people got good credibility or whatnot, but I just learned not to do nothing for a person personally and just keep walking with God. If I do something for Ferrari or anybody in this crowd, it's for our Lord. You smell me? If it's other than that, then I don't need to be doing it because it's the wrong thing to do. You smell me?
All right, so funny question. When you get locked up, like, how do you pay bills and, like, what's going on? Who do you know to put in charge? Because things can get fucked up that way. Like, how do you know what to do? Because is anybody stepping up immediately? Because I correct me if I'm wrong. You was on lockdown as soon as they grabbed you.
Right.
Were you even able to communicate to anyone from the outside?
I mean, due to me going to jail so much throughout my life, I've been doing this shit since I was a juvenile. You smell me? So, like, we automatically, my people around me, we automatically go in that mode of, Ralo locked up. We got to do this, that, and the third. And, it just always been that way. You smell me? So, like, I end up, getting a lot of money from Empire. You know what I'm saying? Like, I end up getting a lot of big checks every month. So that was helping me, throughout my livelihood for my bills and stuff. And then you gotta think about it. The tricky part to this is when I was going to jail in the past, they weren't taking properties and shit from me. I was renting properties and shit most of the time. So like I wasn't prepared for them motherfucker to take mama car or my girl car or all my cars and all my houses. So now I can't even maintain how to pay the rent because if his rent 1,700 or this rent 1,300 and this car no blase, all that's gone. You smell me? So now I gotta figure out, okay, now we gotta pay some deposits, we gotta get some applications, it just that shit just was a big ass storm. So this time was different from every other time that I was incarcerated because, the people that even was there for me when I was in, prison statewide or, Rice Street, all these different smaller level, them motherfuckers left too. Cause they felt like it was over with. You know what I'm saying? Like once they see a couple $1 million or they see, big packs and a jet, automatically in your head you like, oh, it's over with for that nigga. You smell me? And I thought it was over with for me. And I left so much money on the streets to the fact where I was like, shit, I got $5-10 million in the street. I'm good. My girl good. My people good. Some of my best friends ran off on me. I'm talking about from goddamn childhood. I'm talking about like from sandbox elementary school niggas that would never play with me like that. When he answering the phone, like he gone. You know what I'm saying? And then you sending out from jail and you want to try to send a hit from the phone. Your ass ain't never getting out. So you better charge that shit to the game and coming out and actually seeing some of these people because it took them a while to just they keep looking at my Instagram, they keep trying to feel me out, trying to see, oh, let me listen to his album and see how he feeling because this nigga might try to whoop my stupid ass for running off on him. So they slowly coming back around and I'm slowly having to tell them like, I forgive you. You smell me? And there's some shit that I know you shouldn't be forgiven for type shit. But, it just take a lot of talking to God. You smell me?
Yeah, that's growth. I'm glad that you said that because another question I want to segue into was when you were locked up, was there any celebrity friends that you really thought was your friends that when you called them, they didn't pick up the phone?
Oh, hell yeah, it was plenty of them. See, it wasn't that's why I go so hard for niggas like Dolph. You smell me? Like, you got a couple niggas that sent a couple dollars, but Dolph or, a couple dudes, they actually talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the sisters in here know that, it's a difference between you just giving a bitch some money or, actually spending time with that person. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Dolph was one of them people, and Young Boy as well. Young Boy, I can't count him out, and I know the whole world count him out as a, whatever the fuck they call him, but he was one of the brothers that actually sat on that phone and talked to me. I was 21 or two, you smell me? But, these are the people that actually, but however, those that I was really close to, I ain't hear nothing from. You smell me? Like, that was the heartbreaking part. Like, I'm on the phone with goddamn Lil Yachty. Man, what the hell, man? Lil Yachty been on the phone. Like, we got, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? And he supporting me and talking to me. And, some of these niggas I with every single day. I couldn't even get $5 from them. You smell me? But,
Tough question. Because we lost Dolph. You was incarcerated. We lost Trouble when you was incarcerated. I want you to, if you can, explain what went through your mind when you found out we lost Dolph.
Right.
The way that we lost Dolph.
Right.
And then, if you can, when we lost Trouble.
Right.
And what went through your mind when we lost Trouble?
I think being in out and being, because in prison or jail, like, I'm probably the biggest shit in there. You smell me? So, like, the people and the inmates, which was my residents at that time, they just held me up to this high pedestal. So, like, to them niggas, I was like God and you smell me? So, like, me trying to bring the people together and still seeing niggas out here crashing, like, fucking up my approach to the mission. You smell me? So, like, now how the fuck I can even be cool with the CMG count? Or how the fuck could I embrace some of these niggas? Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I still be liking Big Boogie music, but in his bio pic, you see CMG. So it's like it's like a hard battle because they don't even they the same way. You smell me? He still follow me. A lot of niggas that fuck with that camp still follow me, and it created a barrier that we just can't get past in a way with the people, and you know the mamas and the kids. They ain't gonna have that forgiveness in their heart if their dad is taken from them, from whatever person that took it from them. But we all know what these songs was about. We all listen to it. We all seen these interviews. We all seen these things. So it points directly in that direction. So now it's in a way like I go out with, a couple people and they feel like, goddamn, I shouldn't be with these people. You smell me? And now you got so much enmity, and now you got so much bitch ass shit or so much bullshit going on to the fact where like, how the fuck could Ralo even, change the way things is within not only himself but the people around him? Because if we create all these different wars, we'll never have peace. You smell me? So that's the only massive dilemma that I have, you know what I'm saying? Because I know, niggas die every day, you smell me? But how the hell we gonna heal these homes where fathers are being taken from? You smell me? And you gotta understand that woman need her man. You smell me? We gotta understand that them kids need their dad. And it continue to go on, and all these pussy ass niggas that supposed to be street niggas that was never even street niggas or never even slept in a local house or a dope trap, they be on the internet, oh, we gonna spin, or we gonna spin, or we gonna spin. When goddamn, that ain't even what it's about. You smell me? Like that ain't helping us, that ain't helping you. And then you go to jail and you ain't even got no support group. If I had millions of dollars and millions of supporters and it was hard for me, I know it's gonna be hard for a broke motherfucker. You smell me? So like they not even understanding like, okay, you a young nigga, you spend the night and you kill a nigga and you go to jail, you gonna cry. Oh, I got a way to beat this. Nigga, you stupid, for one, and then you gonna get old now. You smell me? I see niggas. That's the part where niggas is ignoring. Like, you gonna get old and gray in that motherfucker. You gotta think about it. Kids that was 10 years old when I went in, they 16, 17 now. You smell me? Little girls that was 11 years old walking up on me, 18 years old in the club trying to fuck me now. Like, girl, you was a child. You smell me? So, nigga, you talking about doing 20 years? Nigga, you know how old you gonna be? You gonna be 50 years old, and now you right there after you get 50 years old in prison, your mentality ain't the same as when you went in talking about you gonna spend. Now you know how stupid you was. You smell me? So I think that, that's the massive part that all of us have a bad. And then some of these rap niggas, they done played like they so much of a street nigga to the point where they gotta continue to act like that. And if they don't act like that, they feel rejected. So they not even comfortable being themselves, so they gonna continue to be this character that they done made themselves out of, and they ain't gonna never find no peace being somebody that they ain't. You smell me? So that's why you gonna see him, oh, I ain't gonna post Ralo album, but I'm gonna text him. I'm gonna tell him I love him. I'm gonna tell him his album hard, because they don't wanna be in the way, okay, Ralo said fuck this, and he on that. But I still gotta be on this, because I gotta sell me some records, or, I gotta play like I'm a super street nigga, when most of them ain't even did 10% of what I have done. You smell me? And they won't even go in the cell with a nigga and fight one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? Or we have to go in these cells with knives, with a knife, and me and him gotta fight one-on-one. Half of these niggas will never do that. You smell me? You about to die in this motherfucker. And you gotta do that. You gotta do it. And you might kill in this motherfucker, and now you might not never get out. So these super street artists don't have the slightest idea. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck how big and bad you is. There's some niggas that's way better than us. And I seen them.
Now, one thing that I do realize, I feel like that with music nowadays, I feel like with the rap music and the streets, I feel like it's it's starting to become a little thinner now. You know, you used to hear about artists beefing back in the day and like nothing would ever happen. It was just be on music. Do you think that with the character that these artists are portraying, that now it's like I gotta do something to somebody because of who I've told fans and stuff who I am now?
I see niggas claim battles that they ain't even dropping. That's how bad it is. Like, I see niggas I know for a fact 100% ain't have nothing to do with shit proclaiming it. Like, yeah, they got
That's dangerous.
They got all to do with it. And I see niggas that, you know, probably sent a hit. You know, they probably sent a hit. But you know, real niggas don't respect the nigga that sent the hit. Nigga respect the shooter. You smell me? We never respected in the streets where I came from. You smell me? We already respected the nigga that go in the nigga bush and handle their own business and not sit on no throne. Cause you know, I read in a book where it say the best king is he who is amongst his people. You won't even know he a king. You smell me? So like I always be in the field with my troops. I'm always in the village with my people. You smell me? And everybody can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let's talk about the music. New project out. Could we clap it out, please? Clap it up, clap it up. We still doing more music after this, or like what's next for Ralo?
I mean, on that album, you know, I pretty much was speaking my piece. You smell me? I wanted to speak my piece. I wanted to you know, get a lot of things out my chest. And honestly, I just don't do shit for free. So, you know, you want the story, you gotta buy it. You gotta go screaming, you gotta go listen to it. You smell me? I don't even do free interviews unless it's for family. You know what I'm saying? Unless that label say, hey.
He was walking in, he was like, "This is just for you, Ferrari." I'm over here like, "All right, appreciate it."
Hell nah, I know how much money I'm gonna get a nigga. You smell me? I want some. He's talking about, I'll be a fool if I don't. I already know the people. Most people like my character and like my story that don't even listen to me rap. You smell me? I got a broad fan base that, you know, my main focus, you know, I want to be a CEO. I want to be able to, because a lot of these artists that, you know, I be with every day don't even know that you got to go to these DJs. You got to go in these booth and shake hands and buy them a drink. You got to go to these program directors at the radio stations. You got to go to these different events. Sometimes you got to put on a suit and tie. You smell me? And a lot of artists just don't know that part of the game that a lot of us, like myself and Dolph and big CEOs, even got them, they had to do that old shit. So, like, you know, a lot of people just can't do that. You smell me? And I want to be able to utilize my what I have done to break other artists. So when you see me in a suit and tie, 300, they whole mission for that was for me to get my label deal and get my artists right. You smell me? So when you starting to see me with these suit and ties and stuff, I'm just broadcasting that I'm finna go into a whole different lane. Like, I don't want to be no nigga 50 years old on stage looking for a hit record. Some niggas, some people in general, even women, they get that light on them and they go crazy when that shit don't be on them. And me, you know, you gotta really find that ultimate peace within yourself. You smell me? And they think that's where they find a peace at, but it's truly not. You smell me? So like, my Welcome Home album is based upon, you know, me speaking my piece and this what it is and this what it ain't. And if you know, you either with it or you ain't. I ain't tripping, you know what I'm saying? So like, my next project, of course, I'm a build that around my marriage next year. I'm gonna get married next year. I hope y'all.
Congratulations on that.
Hey, that's fire.
Congratulations.
I mean, you know, we need to know that our God, you know what I'm saying, whether you read the Torah, whether you read the Bible, whether you read the Quran, you know, he tells us to get married. You smell me? So like, if we want to have salvation in the afterlife, like we should do what he tells us to do. So everybody gotta understand, like, he telling us to do it. So why the hell is we not doing it? You smell me?
Thanks.
So that's something that all of us need to be aware of and pay attention to.
Okay, I got one more question before we switch it over to DJ Plug. I seen an interview what you did with Say Cheese one time for Say Cheese, and he talked about the situation that you had with Boosie. Did you guys ever have a conversation after that?
I don't think, when you moving in God's path, when you moving in God's path, you really don't give a fuck about the people or what they think about you. You smell me? And as much as a lot of these niggas wear crosses and Bibles and stuff like that, they truly don't be moving in God's path, because if that's the case, I've been telling them I talk to him. I send word out to him. I talk to his son. I like his son picture. He like my shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never deprived him of having a conversation. And as an elder, he have rights over me as a young man. And he should be he should be the first motherfucker to come speak to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he have grown in that area to be able to do that. You smell me? And I hope that he someday grow in that area and have a conversation not only with myself but other people as well that he have misled or he have caused any type of trauma or guided to selling dope like I did. Everybody ain't here. He want to be super street politician ass nigga, man. Fuck the streets. I love the streets. I appreciate y'all, and I hope that y'all walk this path with me, because I'm walking to God from y'all. You smell me? And y'all can come with me, but I ain't going back that way. So if he want to keep going that way, then we won't never have a conversation, because I'm on this one. You smell me? He could be on that one.
Good answer.